Hey guys, it's me, Susie. I wanted to talk to you today a little bit about personal value. I see in our world that we are being attacked on the level of personal value, especially the generation of people between the ages of like 2 to about, 25. That generation particularly is getting beat up on their personal value. You see kids with barely any self-esteem, and they say things like, "I'm fat, I'm terrible, I wish I was dead." You hear it from just little kids, and these words is coming out of their mouth, and it just is astounding to me that they have those thoughts so much in their head that that's what's coming out of their mouth, and we're seeing their actions being reflected in this thought process too. Suicide rates are up like crazy, like you wouldn't believe, and it's devastating. The effect of that on families is heartbreaking, and for someone so young and with so much life and so much potential to choose that kind of a path, or to even consider that kind of a path, it astounds me, and it's crazy, and it boils down to just a basic understanding of their own personal value and their own worth and who they are. And so I was in New Orleans a few days ago, and when we're at a parking lot. It was actually the exact parking lot where Rusty, our truck, broke down for the 7th time. Yes, 7th time. Final time. May he rest in peace. And you can watch about that on a different video. Mike made a fabulous video about the new truck, so check that one out. But we're in that parking lot, and I look down on the ground and I see this penny. And it is a dark, dark penny. It is worn. It is haggard. It has seen a lot of things in this world. It has seen enough negativity in the world that it has changed a color to really, really dark. And in my pocket, I had another penny, and this one was a bright, shiny penny, and you can see the huge difference in color in these pennies. And as I looked at this penny that I found, I'm like, man, that must be an old penny. That's been through a lot. It must be an old penny. And I looked at it, and it's a 2018. It's a brand new penny. Just like this one, also a 2018 brand new penny. Different experiences, different things going on in the environments that happened to these two pennies. But if I were to take these pennies, either of them, and put them in a machine, the machine would tell me they're of the exact same value. Like if I wanted to pay for something at Walmart with my pennies, it doesn't care what it looks like, right? They're the exact same value. They are worth the same thing, regardless of the circumstances they've been put in, regardless of the environment they've been raised in. Their value is still equal, and each of them still has value. Like a lot of times in our world, like, it's a penny, it's not worth anything. It's a penny. It's worth 1 cent. It has a worth. It has a value. And like just our thought process, if I were to offer these 2 pennies to any child, and I would say, hey, you want some money? They would say yes. And if I were to put them out there, I guarantee that the group of kids would all want the shiny penny, right? They see that, they view that one as having more value and more worth, when in reality, their value is the same. It's not worth anything more or anything different just because it's had a different experience or a different life. All people in our world are worth one person. Just because someone has had different experiences, maybe someone's been raised in a super, super wealthy family. Maybe, like think about Trump's kid or something, right? This kid probably has endless wealth versus someone who's been raised in a shack in a small home. The value of that person is still exactly one person. And the value of that person doesn't change because of the experiences that they've been through. However, the way we view and the way we think about that penny is what's different. If we think in our minds that the penny that's the darker colored penny, or the person who has been through the XYZ, whatever horrible amount of, abuse, trauma, made crappy decisions, they've sinned, they've done, these terrible things, their value as a human is still one human, right? But the way we think about them is what makes a difference. Do we think about them as being less value? And the way they think about themselves is what really matters. Just because I have chosen, some poor choices in my own life, just because I've chosen to allow myself to get sucked into negative thoughts of depression, I've allowed myself to get sucked into beating myself up. You're so stupid. I'm so dumb. I'm fat. I'm ugly. I do awful things. I lost my temper just yesterday. I had this burst of anger flare up inside of me again, and I've been working on it for years. I tell you what, I still felt angry, right? And I let a little bit of that ooze out onto my family and those around me. But that doesn't change my value of being one person. I am still one person. And in my mind, I can be like, yeah, so I did this thing that wasn't great, and I can do everything I can to fix that and to make that better. But I also have a choice. I can sit here in my own mind and I can continue to beat up on myself. You're so dumb. You're so stupid. And devalue myself and drag myself down and pull myself down inside my own head. Or I can acknowledge the fact that I'm human. I make mistakes sometimes. I don't have to beat myself up about that mistake, but I can use that mistake to help myself make a better choice moving forward, to progress and to do something different the next time. So even though I lost my temper a little bit yesterday, the exact same scenario was placed before me today. And today I didn't choose to lose my temper. I chose to handle it in a better way because I remembered yesterday when I did that, it didn't feel that good. I didn't enjoy how that turned out. When we change the way we think in our heads, when we change the way we view the value of ourselves, the value of the people around us, an amazing thing changes, and we realize that regardless of where they've been, the circumstances that they have been in, that these two people, these two pennies, are still valuable. They're still worth the same. They are worth one person. So I challenge you as you go throughout your day, today, tomorrow, the next day, a week down the road, a month down the road. I want you to remember that, yeah, we're people. Yeah, we make mistakes. I make mistakes. You make mistakes. My friends make mistakes. My family makes mistakes. Yeah, we have experiences. Yeah, we've done things. Yeah, we've been exposed to things that weren't even our choice. But that isn't what reflects our value. What really, really matters is the thoughts that we put into our head and how we take those thoughts into our head and we use them to our advantage. We use them to create something better the next day or the next time. Instead of letting those thoughts in our heads tear us apart, drag us down, pull us to pieces. You get to choose those thoughts in your head. You get to put the value on those thoughts going on in your head. So next time you have the opportunity, which will be, within the next 3 to 5 minutes, I want you to look at yourself and I want you to look at something you just did and use that to increase the way you think about your value. Use your opportunities to change the way you think about your own personal value and about the value of the people around you. Awesome. I hope that you are enjoying your day, and I know that you will take this opportunity to increase yourself and to change the way you think inside your own head. Awesome. Go out and have a fantastic adventure today.